Look at this, guys. I feel like I've seen this YouTube channel before, right? Modest Pelican, almost 2 million subscribers, right? So, uh, you got some fucking flex to him, right? Look what he put out 3 weeks ago. The most underrated survival game. 1.3 million views. I want to watch this with you guys while we're waiting for this thing to download.
Survival games are a great way to torment yourself while having a few cheap laughs along the way. And nothing says outstanding gameplay like having to regularly check that your vitamins and minerals are at sufficient levels. I've never even done that in real life. Not even being sarcastic though, I live for this. I've always had my eye on Scum, and so I decided to make a video on it. Little did I know when I started playing that I was embarking on a 20-hour journey that would at times make me question everything. It's notoriously hard to find other players in this game, so naturally I set myself a goal: to locate and kill another player. You start off as a criminal in futuristic custody. I give my boy some tattoos to make him look scary, but he ends up just looking like a white supremacist.
Jay, you read my fucking mind, bro. I was listening to that music and I was like, I fucking love this guy already. That music, I love it.
I'm thrown from a plane with my hands tied behind my back, which seems mean. I open my parachute and the world below violently shakes, just like when you go parachuting in real life. I search for some stones so I can make tools, but then I encounter my
This guy's throwing jabs already. We're not even 1 minute into the fucking video. Damn.
first zombie. Unfortunately, I'm able to stay calm and handle the situation delicately.
Oh, bro. I'm kicking this zombie, man.
I notice there's an option to take your own life. I press it because I don't have any tools, and so I thought he'd fail, but no, the big man breaks his own neck. That's pretty impressive. Take two.
All right. Modest Pelican. I was going to call you Modest Pigeon. Thank God I look. Modest Pelican. Listen, got a lot of respect for you, brother, right? The hustle and grind and the work you put in to have almost 2 million subscribers. And I'm assuming you've been doing this for a while, so you paved the way for people like me and other content creators that are trying to get to that point at some point. I got a lot of respect for you, all right? But the next time you say that's breaking your neck to respawn in this game, we're gonna have a problem, me and you, okay? Because you weren't breaking your neck. Let me explain this to you, Modest Pelican. You're actually removing the BCU implanted into the back of your brain, all right? That BCU is your identity. It's your life. It's your heartbeat. That on this futuristic prison island, Tech One company, the millionaires that don't give a shit about you, they implant it into your head, okay? For your next video, I would appreciate if you say BCU removed from your head, not breaking your neck. All right? Let's collapse soon. All right, let's go. Press play.
And this time I land in the snow biome. My captors did give me a beanie and gloves this time, which is actually really thoughtful. I miss the LZ and end up parachuting right down to the bottom of the dam, immediately losing the high ground advantage. The zombies begin swarming me, but it's not like they've got Gatling guns for arms, so I should be fine. As I try to lose the ever-growing horde chasing me, I stumble across a mech robot that has Gatling guns for arms. It's at this moment I learn this island has huge killer robots on it, which is terrifying. The third time's the charm as I parachute towards a more chill-looking area. My avatar appears to be scared for sure, but still definitely looks like a racist. I realize it's time to nut up and concentrate so I can survive this wilderness. I punch a zombie to death and take their clothes. I then run towards a factory bleeding heavily from the fight because properly treating your wounds is for field medics and women. I infiltrate the facility and then I see it. Another mech. Nothing spices up the survival experience like being one-tapped by futuristic military technology. I'm not ashamed.
Wait, was this title clickbait or something, or like being sarcastic? Because he said the most underrated survival game and had over 1 million views, but I feel like this guy's low-key like taking jabs at the game a little bit. Like nothing says more than survival game than getting one tapped by robots.
To admit, I
don't
run
know.
away immediately. I then have to pivot back to my Neanderthal ancestors' way of life, and I begin crafting using sticks and stones. Before long, I have an improvised wooden spear that I can prod zombies with from a sensible distance. Like the video if you use a spear like this to keep all the hot little mamazitos chasing you around every day at bay. If you're wondering,
I mean, he acts like if you do that with the spear, have you ever done it? Give this a like. I mean, got me. I like the video because I've done that before.
Wondering why it's going black and white, it's because I'm low on blood. You can see here in my injury report, I'm what doctors would call absolutely f***ed. No need to go to medical school when you can just play this game for a few hours. Scum is a cruel, lonely world, but fortunately one of my mates is not too far away. It's taken us a while to find each other, so the moment is special.
Oh!
Yes!
What's up, dude?
Oh my god.
Finally happened.
Oh my god. We are here. Yes!
Dude, we've done it. Whoa!
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Kind of ruined the moment.
With Jack by our side, we should be chilling. The priority is making a camp so that we have a place to call home and respawn if we die. This area is already inhabited by someone. Fortunately, I have the shrewd ability to pick up on small clues to determine if someone is hostile or not. The shelter and bed suggest they are definitely killers. This evidence is further supported by the severed human head on a stick. We continue searching for the perfect place for a base.
Jack, don't want to fool you, but there's a zombie rolling up on you, dude.
What are you saying?
It's behind you, bro.
Imagine cutting down an entire tree with a sharpened stick.
His teammate was crouched behind the fucking tree, scared. He thought a puppet was coming towards him.
Stone. My hard labor earns me my very own bed to sleep on. Unrelatable content for kids in orphanages, but the progress we're making is inspiring. It's at this moment we realize we've set up camp in the middle of a bear breeding ground, or if you want your immersion to be shattered, a bear spawn point. As
Modest, take it from me, brother. Just turn away from the bears, okay? You don't want to. Just don't even think about attacking that bear. Just turn around at this point where you see it. And just act like you never saw the bear again.
you can imagine, this is far from ideal. I head out towards the closest town for a supply run, but I'm attacked. Before I know what's happened, I've got a micro horde chasing me, and I don't know how long my spear will last.
Oh no, dude, I feel so helpless.
I
I have
told
this
you.
awkward moment where I don't know whether to help or not. There's
I'll
no
help.
point us both dying, but at the end of the day, you've got to back
shit.
up the boys.
Okay, okay. I respect it.
Yeah, fuck off. Oh my god, I stabbed him
Dude,
and
you're a
ran away.
hero.
Oh my god. Let's lay down. Let's lay down and just be still.
You're good.
Yuck! That's up.
My character definitely didn't have enough food in his stomach for bulimic banter. This makes the next supply run crucial to our survival. We roll up on a nearby picturesque Croatian village. It's an interesting country to choose for an apocalyptic game. It's one of the few places where undead flesh-eating zombies are actually less angry than the typical citizen. We loot the village, finding all sorts of useful things.
That was funny. It's just another funny comedic, right? That's the word. Yeah, comedic. I make sure I don't really, how you doing? Comedic, jab at Croatia.
Vending machines come in so clutch for finding cans of drink to stay hydrated. Bedrooms come in clutch for finding purple Scottish kilts to wear. I imagine that'd actually be pretty good for fighting in, as they don't restrict movability and are obviously breathable. While clearing out a gorgeous little 2-bedroom townhouse, a big girl wakes up from his slumber and squares up. I fight him, but he manages to knock me to the ground, or maybe I just accidentally pressed the prone button because I'm bad at PC games, who knows. I eventually win, but I'm knocking on death's door. I limp to bed and lay down in an attempt to recover.
1 hour later.
Back at camp, Jack's got a fire going and everything, he's really carrying. I stay close to the flames because my character's got some serious infections from all that zombie fighting, and the warmth is helping.
Do you have any twine there at all?
Do I have any twine? What is this, like 1780?
Another bear unsurprisingly attacks us, but this time we know to fight it. Out of interest, I looked up what to do if a bear attacks you in the real world, and the NPS government website literally says this: lay flat on your stomach and spread your legs apart. Stay still and don't make any noise as you're trying to convince the bear that you aren't a threat. Bro, it sounds like you're trying to convince the bear you're ready for breeding. What is that advice to spread your legs? Might as well put on some Armani cologne, a pair of black panties, and cover your nipples in salmon-flavored whipped cream so the bear really knows you're about it.
I have to see if that's actually true. What to do when come across a bear. Oh my god, it actually says it. Bear attacks. If you're attacked by a brown grizzly bear, leave your pack on and play dead. Lay flat on your stomach with your hands clasped behind your neck. Spread your legs to make it harder for the bear to turn you over. That's for brown and grizzly bears, all right? But if it's a black bear, do not play dead. Try to escape, all right? Just giving you guys life lessons here, okay? Brown and grizzly bears, lay flat on your stomach, spread your legs as wide as you can, and if you want, maybe take your pants down a little bit. Black bears, do not do that. Full sprint and just scream and run for your life. You learned here first. You guys are welcome.
The beast eventually bleeds out, and it's a big moment.
Up a bear, just two homies chopping up a bear.
100%.
Like our proudest moment for sure. Killing this thing.
This is amazing.
The victory is short-lived, however, as my character isn't doing great. I have 6 different infections, which are all slowly killing me. Statistically, one of them is AIDS. It's fun gameplay, I promise. I have no choice but to abandon Jack and try and find a medical facility that could have.
If a bear is charging, last thing I'm thinking is what color it is. What do you mean? So you tell me if you're in the woods and you hear and you turn around and you see this bear charging, you're not going to be like, wait a minute. What color is that? Oh, brown. Get on the floor. Oh, is that a black bear? Honey, see this thing charging at us real quick? Is that a brown? Is that brown or black? I can't tell because it's nighttime. Babe, get the flashlight on the iPhone so we can see what color this thing is.
Antibiotics. I decide to sneak through the forest, which proves to be a truly awful decision as it allows the undead to sneak up on me. My character is so weak that I struggle to fight back. I've seen teenage pregnancies planned better than this expedition. I have no choice but to go for a little dip. It becomes immediately apparent that my character can't swim. He can kill a bear, but he can't give me 2 minutes of backstroke. I proceed to drown at the bottom of the river. At least it was fresh water. I spawn back in and begin parachuting back to camp, as fortunately I was able to spawn close by. Jack's been busy cooking up the entire bear
Damn,
we
he landed
killed
right on
and
top
making
of him.
himself extravagant hats.
That's a great
We
spawn.
can't just stay here forever dressing up in fancy clothes though, so we decide to head for the middle of this huge red circle. We don't know what's there, but it must be worth the journey as it's colored red. It's a huge journey, but before long we reach the snow biome. It's here we get attacked by the thickest zombie I've ever seen. She's curvy as hell, dead ass. About to teach her the zombie sex position. She just lies back and gets eaten. About to misplague into an STI. Sorry, Anna's been away for a couple of weeks and I guess that means video game zombies are attractive now. I also just wanted to make that dead ass joke. The zombie play of the day goes to Jack for his quick thinking.
Oh my god, more zombies. Come down, come down, come. Just come down here.
Dude, we just Dude, we just.
Oh, they all just fall down.
As we approach the center of the red circle, the blizzard gets stronger. I was hoping we would get guns here or maybe some supplies, but no, we found something arguably much better. A UFC fighting cage. We immediately take off our clothes and enter the arena. Both on the verge of dying of hypothermia, we fight it out. Eventually, we both pick up spears and begin stabbing each other. Jack then throws his spear into my stomach and it does no damage. We can't kill each other because we're friends. I don't know what comes over him, and to quote one of my YouTube video titles, but then the unexpected happened.
Oh no. You've
Just perfect time to pause the video, by the way. But it's not it's not because you guys are friends, it's because you guys are inside the octagon.
used your mental.
What the?
My mental capacity is more, and yours is
You're
more.
just a
and
cap.
ours
Your
is more.
head exploded, bro.
Yes.
What's up, dude?
Oh my god.
Finally happened. Up a bear. Just two homies chopping up a bear.
This is amazing.
The only person who could kill Jack was Jack. I don't know why his head exploded. I still have the goal of killing another player, and so I decide to make a stunning and brave decision, joining a Chinese server. The writing alone makes me scared because of the fear of the unknown. Mandarin is one of 3 languages I don't speak fluently. I find a nice little village to land on, but I open my parachute apparently a bit too late and kamikaze into the ground, which if I'm not mistaken is potentially cultural appropriation.
Yep.
This time I open the parachute nice and
Happens
early.
at least
My
one time
character
to
looks
everybody.
understandably terrified. I've decided to completely change up my strategy. The camp Jack and I made was cute, but this time I'm going to hit towns and cities to find weapons. This immediately appears to be a superior strategy. You have to urinate in this game or your character pees their pants. I find a tranquil location to relieve myself. This is what AAA games are missing. Bodily functions. How much better would Minecraft be if Big Stevie flopped out his King Cobra and took a piss every half hour? I fall into a pattern of loot a town and then move on to the next point of interest. I often had to actually walk as my avatar slept on cardio. His diet probably wasn't helping as all I fed the Malacca was uncooked pumpkin. Breakfast of champions. I find a police station and inside one of the lockers is an MP5 submachine gun. A game changer. Well no, because I only have bullets for it but not an MP5 magazine. Therefore, this MP5 can only be fired like a single shot rifle. Far from ideal, but the real question is, can it kill a Chinese person? I then spot a player parachuting down from the skies and I can't tell you how excited I was. This game is like DayZ. You can go so long without seeing anyone that when you do, it's genuinely a huge moment as you're both risking hours of loot and hard work. I chase after this guy as fast as I can and I find what could be his base. I managed to translate the signs using this cool website and one of them says, "I'm going to die poor," and the other one says, "Don't be in front of my house, disgusting, thank you." Some poor dude is just kindly asking people not to grief him, which is actually pretty sweet. It doesn't matter what language we speak or where we're born, we're all the same on the inside. I proceed to use the small amount of 9mm ammunition I have to pop all 4 of his tires. But 3 hours later, I hear another player's vehicle. As he tries to drive away, I fire my MP5 hunting rifle and narrowly miss the shot. He drives away as fast as he can, clearly scared of my drip. In fairness, if I saw a guy in a yellow wide-brimmed hat and snorkel, I'd just assume he was going to obliterate me. I begin going insane as I desperately seek out a target. There were 80 people in the server, but no matter what I did, I couldn't attract them. I tried to communicate with them in the global chat, but they rudely ignored me. I stood on
Wait. Wait a minute. You tried to communicate with people in global chat. Modest, love you, brother. I'm here to help you, man. I'm here to help you. That's why we're doing this, right? How can I explain this to you properly? So you were trying to communicate with people in global chat, but what happened was, see how you're typing and behind your white text is a grayish background to that little rectangle underneath the chat, the global chat? That means you were typing in local chat. That means there's a certain amount of distance. I think it's 50 meters or 100-meter distance that people can actually read your text when you're typing in global chat. Next time you play the game, which I can see it will be a next time how much fun you're having, when you press T to open up the global chat, press tab a few times, right? Because you can have local chat, which is this light gray. You can also hit tab again, which will be, what color is it? Blue, dark blue or black? Dark blue, and it'll say global. That's when you type in, and that's when the whole server, no matter where they are, will be able to read your text, all right? I'm trying to help you out, my brother. That's all.
chat, but they rudely ignored me. I stood on rooftops howling like a werewolf, or maybe more like a cute little baby wolf. I was then attacked by a wolf. A lot of wolf-related content coming at you fast, but fortunately I found a handgun and rinsed the dog. This was
See, with this guy's personality and content, I don't know if he really, like, now I'm thinking, did he just do that on, like, did he figure out later on when he was editing this video that he typed in local chat and he zoomed in on that, or did he really mean, was he serious? I can't tell. I can't tell if he was being serious or he was actually joking, like he figured out later. But hopefully, if he wasn't joking, hopefully we helped him out right now.
good, but I still desperately wanted to kill a player. Of course, between these fleeting encounters, I had to survive the wilderness, which meant a lot of drinking water. Also, other super necessary survival mechanics.
Let's go.
So unnecessary.
On my travels, I'd found a key card that accessed a bunker by the coastline. This would be quite the hike, but I felt it was my only option. Pistols and single-shot MP5s just aren't cutting it, and the reward could be huge. So I run an extremely long way. I arrive at the bunker and make my way inside. It's truly terrifying down here as these zombies keep laughing at me.
Oh my god.
This is actually terrifying, bro.
I haven't been laughed at like that since I asked this girl to put on a shark costume and nut it in her mouth. Now I can say my kids got eaten by a shark, which is a huge cultural flex down here in Australia. It's scary, but I find high-end military
That was a kinky joke, wasn't it? My kids got eaten by a shark.
gear, as well as lots of army zombies that are tough to take down. I then find the door that my keycard gives me access to. This is my
All right, guys. He's entering a kill box for the first time solo. Uh, what do we think is gonna happen here? I'm pretty sure he doesn't have wire cutters, so I guess we'll watch and see.
Moment.
Hello, dear contestants, and welcome to the Kill Box.
I'm suddenly in a game show room with the timer counting down and no idea what to do. There's loot in the center, but bloodthirsty soldiers begin falling from the heavens like it was God's final judgment or any weekday in Libya. Regret sweeps over my body as I realize I've probably just walked into my tomb. The single shot MP5 isn't doing the job, and it definitely isn't helping that I'm wearing a snorkel and goggles as they keep fogging up. Should this place suddenly fill up with water, however, I'll be chillin'. Low on blood and unable to take any more damage, I bleed to death in the cold Stark facility. A new server, a new lease on life, and a new attitude. I hate to admit it, but between dying in China and loading into this new server, I did the unthinkable. I actually researched the game. I also had a bit of good luck and found a base that had been raided, but still had plenty of scraps for your boy. A pretty depressing home. These guys need to buy a fern or put up a sophisticated painting. I then ran straight
That's
to
not
a
too bad.
military
Night vision
airport, and
goggles,
before
shotgun.
long, I was kitted out and ready to penetrate some kids with my bullets. While searching a container, a sniper bullet whizzes past my head and the hunt was on. I
Ooh.
initially play tactically, trying to spot the shooter, but I
Damn.
quickly changed tactics as I don't
You got kitted out. You got some nice gear so far.
want to get him scared. I jump on a mountain bike and ride around in the open. Not only is this an easy kill, whoever is firing also gets to kill a cyclist. It's a huge win-win. I start throwing flares onto the runway, doing my best to bait out the big dog, but he must have run away. He can now join the runaway gang along with my dog, my dad, every player I come across, and the shark costume girl. Women acting like it's weird for a grown man to want to plow a shark is cringe. The delusion of waiting hours and hours for someone only for nothing to happen turns me briefly insane, and I jump off a large building. I then limp onto the runway, firing my shotgun in a desperate attempt to lure anyone in for a fight. Zombies swarm, and I just let them take me. I give up.
I feel like I felt like that in Scum at least 42 times. Where I was just like, fuck this, let's just take me. So this guy's pretty spot on. He's pretty spot on.
Just for a second, because this wouldn't be widely considered the most inspirational video on YouTube if it stopped here. I mean, maybe I never kill another player, or maybe I do. But the important thing is, I dig deep and parachute back onto that godforsaken island. I run back to that same airfield. When someone has PTSD associated with a particular location, revisiting the same area is a huge step in recovery. For me, it's the airfield, but for
Facts.
some it could be something they once wore. Basically what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't make a male adult abnormal if he wants his girlfriend to dress up like a great white shark and give him a tasteful reach around. Camping out at the airport was a long
I told you it was kinky joke. I knew it.
process. Needing to hydrate, I went to the terminal to search some of the vending machines, and then I saw him. The dodgy malacca is hard to make out, but a man with a fully automatic weapon is lining me up. Fortunately, I have the reflexes of a sexy little tiger shark, and I manage to get out of the way. He hits me multiple times and I begin to bleed out. All I have is a gold desert eagle and a huge Johnson. That's not a crude joke, I actually made him well hung in the character creation. I try to bandage up, but he teleports to me using ping magic, and I just start firing. It's a red hot mess of first person to
Okay. Linus, I'm here to help you out again, brother. How you doing? My name is John Blaze, live from New York City. How you doing? He did not teleport to you. That is the third person no peeking mechanic in game, okay? It's a special feature in game. I'm pretty sure I have never seen it or heard about it before in any other game to date. Basically, when you're hiding behind something like you were, trying to heal up after getting shot, you can't see around the corner, all right? You can't see around the corner and see the player coming up. You finally saw him because you were slanted a little bit to the right, and you finally came into your vision. That's where you're able to see him. But basically, what you can't see in first person, you can't see in third person. It's a cool feature, sometimes complained about even on my end, but it is a feature in this game. No third person peeking.
third person rapid cycling action, but against all odds, the Deagle does the job.
Oh, he won!
I limp over to the corpse of my opponent. I know I have no future in this world as I can't possibly give myself the medical aid needed to punch through this many bullet wounds. I search his body, which inadvertently takes off his clothes so that he's naked. I then collapse onto his body as we die on top of each other, which is a far more romantic ending than I was planning, but I guess it works. This video is dedicated to one of my Discord mods, Super Chaos, who sadly passed away recently. He was a friend, a king, and will be missed by many. If you like survival games, then you'll love
Rest in
this.
peace.
It's really fun. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I love you.
Love you too, brother. That was a great video, man. Holy crap. I gotta sub up to this guy. Give it a thumbs up.